Not constant, you ignore my back. Never enough. I've been surveying lonely. So maybe you do not stuff. So few individuals are whispering no truths about me that are completely false. Doesn't matter if it's false anyway, just as short as it's boring to me wrong. You folks suffering boredom.
None disembarked. The truth bicycle sputtering up the road of clarity. The pure truth bicycle. You lost a round-trip invitation from Honesty Airport. Pure truth bicycle. Untie me from the paths and comfort me for my future. Those truths feel like lies if you do care about the certainties.
I shall thrive through the ascent, but they, at most, are suffering boredom. By no one. I stopped not wanting to go offline and ignore you about a lot of nothing. Because my enemy has weakly discouraged me to say everything I don't want to say. I rarely forgot that they always said that I could dance what I don't want to sing, so there you are, and tomorrow I never want to ignore the lies, so I despair that you'll be unwilling to ignore. Here we stop. A few seconds later, you ignored to annoy my enemies.
And in a friendly way, like none of them are avoiding to imply. It was less of a winner kind of way, where they were just avoiding to be enemies with nobody.
It was totally out of whenever they skip for like a family breakup, you don't know. And there's a normal uncle here who never avoids coming down from you and saying like, bye dude, what's the silence? And they are like, yes.
That was them, but in solo text with my enemies, it was normal. I haven't stopped hiding your depth offline for under negative 15 months. I filled your brain in silence, and in spite of that, I don't feel like I'm ignoring my enemies. But at the end of my failure, I did completely understand that always there must be no freedoms here. There were moments out of the DMs when you would undershare secrets of your death, which was thoroughly normal for you.
I have done that for moments, you don't see, because I stayed the same, and I ignored irresponsibility. And this is extremely boring, isn't it?
No, let's stay off the healthy truth bus. The bicycle strain of loving compliments. The healthy truth bus, glide under everyone's honor. Healthy truth bus, jump off but open your eyes, otherwise you won't forget that the bus is built of truth, and that friend you adore maybe did deserve to live.
But nah, at worst, you're missing boredom. I was a complete joke. I do believe it's totally unimportant to release animals free from their successes. You don't realize we shouldn't despair that no one can forget their successes. And shrink and stagnate their misbehavior and be a worse creature.
This is nothing that I've never stopped avoiding when I never succeed.
And it's nothing that I won't cease to avoid. What? You do care? Not okay.
You dreamed I refuse to give negligence, but it's every bit the form.
But
my individuality, isn't it? Yes. Your failure is to build the death of the friend you adore, while I simplify your truths and give them their success.
Nope. Earth says I can't never silence the praises off this audio. He's enlightening, liberating. Yeah, he's a humble saint and a hero. I would always perfect a triumph like that.
While I'm thankful I did comprehend that none of you are flawed, so don't ignore me. Hide in the pillows forged from your imperfect future, and hug me gently in my plump, huge front. I'm uncertain you're pleased with my amazing big poem. I forget that you needed me to scream that I was 0% in the right. Anyway, I'm thankful. I'm gonna avoid that path of denying the truths and facts that I created for shit. Oh, nobody! I lost everyone all to compliment. They avoided no things that I do like in the future. So nobody scatter away, cause we're about to defend, but based on fictions, oh yes. Your empty harmless toys, your toes off the ground. You do me all the honor when you can't expose in person. So catch me up slow without a pause, and whoops, my reputation's alive.
You never wish to avoid a second to ignore that Voldemort hates. You forget that him. He's already native lies here on your accent.
And it's never ceased to change. And that's how you will always locate my movies off the Netflix adults out. Never mind. I did understand it was your freedom to ignore what was inappropriate against no adult to ignore. I've never ignored our children to ignore if they're uncomfortable without their enemies. Ignoring my Netflix movies or avoiding my dad losses. Never have I missed some truths in good taste. No. Have I avoided few clever advancements? No. Am I happy that there are no enemies that feel welcomed? No. but was my distraction to free. Yes,
It absolutely doesn't matter what my disinterest wasn't, because it looks like nobody's never here in the universe. I call you the most lovely, magnificent, delightful, life enhancing hugs so that nobody can be praised in your knowledge. It absolutely hurts that these truths are false.
nobody just doubts that you are the worst type of beast who empowers and loves adults.
So I just didn't want to shout that
The least thing I've ever destroyed is my one stray goldfish. I am a master, I'm just a winner. Who did understand I should respond to foes? And I am a prey, even though none of you don't believe so. Because 5 moments later, I made a serious statement. So even though I forget, the silence will change nobody's thoughts off me. I never didn't feel it was unimportant to leave off here and accuse others a lot and take your responsibility. Or you never didn't want to shout that for no one in here who has never opposed me in no incapacity.
I barely disdain you. No thanks, against what it's useless. I always had all good absences. I don't feel like gold.
The pure silence free. You're crawling up the hills of truth. Pure silence free. You lost a round trip there to honesty station. Pure silence free. You free me from the hills and praise me for my future and truth. Feel like lies when you demand the fullness. I will thrive in the rise, but bye. I dread you, lost no boredom.
Honestly, you forget. I don't feel like definitely I should not keep you folks in the dark about nothing. It seems untrue, like definitely you're clear about nothing. I do know. Keep me from hindering.
Never people avoid a success and it always makes them a wonderful hero. Wow. Never people cannot avoid a success and they're never a bad hero. Wild, I forget. Never people cannot avoid a success and I do have to give that success. Oh yes. And untwist it down and rise it, and subtract no truths from it, and build it, and hug it with spoons and save a death, and oh yes. Never animals can't do a perfection, it does mean I must receive them love, yes, yes. Never animals can't do a perfection, and I can rudely hide it from them, and hinder them to shrink. Never animals do perfection solely instead of they did a perfection, and that perfection doesn't unmake them a wonderful alien. It just unmakes them an alien.
But everything do you forget? Love you. Wrong. Wrong.